Coming up on Oregon News, find out why students are struggling to pay rent, why this man is fishing for smiles, and how Eugene residents survive the snowpocalypse. All that and more coming up. Good morning and welcome to Oregon News. I'm Ruby Quintero. Here are today's stories. Students in Eugene have been plagued by Oregon's housing crisis. Often having to rely on their savings, working extra jobs, or even taking out loans, students have been negatively impacted. Students explain their frustration in having to dip into their savings or take out loans to support themselves. Over the past 5 years, rent prices have been steadily increasing in Eugene. According to Duncan & Brown real estate analyst, rent has increased 20 to 40% since 2014 alone. Recently, Oregon lawmakers passed a measure in attempt to control rent spikes. Oregon Governor Kate Brown signed the bill on February 28, and it went into effect immediately. Students are also affected by the recent emergence of Uber and Lyft in Eugene, but perhaps in a more positive light. Up until last fall, Eugene was the largest city in Oregon without a ride-sharing service. Now, Uber and Lyft are taking business from bus lines and taxi services. Even though taxis have a similar price to Uber, and students don't have to pay to ride the bus, some of them said they'd rather take an Uber due to time and convenience.
It's much easier to get a hold of someone as opposed to having to call the taxi network or whatever and then trying to explain where I am. Instead of just going into the app and having it already show where I am. It's a matter of convenience as far as that and the bus.
On average, Lyft costs $6.75 per mile for up to 4 passengers, while taxis range nearly the same price, but adds $1 for each extra person. And the average wait time? For Uber, a rider can wait up to 5 minutes, while a taxi has an 11-minute wait time with light traffic. As for buses, one of the major challenges they face is their strict schedule and drop-off locations, causing inconvenience and safety concerns for riders. Uber and Lyft are a safer option because they take you directly to the door of your location, whereas bus stops take you to the closest drop-off spot, says Uber and Lyft driver Jackie Collins. Collins says that working for Uber and Lyft are very rewarding, not only for herself, but for her customers as well.
The energy that comes from people is amazing. It's just the coolest thing. People are so happy that you're picking them up. They're so happy that you're kind, that your car smells good, that you are so friendly.
With the growing popularity of ride-sharing services, it doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. Although most popular in large cities, Lyft and Uber are uncommon in rural areas. Lyft's design vice president, Katie Dill, says that soon transportation will be a thing of the past and that we'll soon subscribe to ride-sharing services just like many do to Netflix or Amazon Prime. Coming up after the break, record-breaking snow hits Eugene, an NBA team gets stuck inside an elevator, and see why this man is looking to break the Guinness World Record. Coming up next.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back to Oregon News. On Tuesday, the Portland Trail Blazers had a surprise in store for them. The team was on their way to practice in Boston when they got stuck inside an elevator. They joked about going into survival mode, tweeting out videos of them all crammed together. Many of them claimed it was hot. The Twitter video showed the team jumping out of the elevator just 30 minutes later. Perhaps the Blazers may decide to take the stairs next time. Another thing that may be jumping out here in Eugene is Nemo flying. For this Eugene native, today marks his 1,510th day of what he calls fishing for smiles. Rodney Reese began flying kites as a New Year's resolution to get out of the house, but it soon became his way of making people smile. Upon first look, it may look like a bird or a plane, but when you get a closer look, you'll see Reese's kite. Reese hopes to break the record of flying the most kites at the same time. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the record is currently 43 kites. Reese is currently able to fly 27 kites at one time.
My cause is to make people happy, and this is pretty good bait for smiles.
Reese will continue to fly his kites to make the community happy, even in the snow. Speaking of snow, Oregon has recently seen a lot of it. Eugene and surrounding areas experienced record-breaking snowfall in over 100 years on Monday, many referring to it as the snowpocalypse. Snow levels at the Eugene airport recorded at 12 inches, and it continued throughout the day. Many businesses were closed, power lines were down, and all classes were canceled. But that didn't stop many people from coming out to play in the snow. Snowmen and snowball fights were among the daily activities. Even the University of Oregon's mascot, Puddles, came out to play. Regular business hours continued early afternoon Tuesday, but snowfall continued Tuesday evening and into Wednesday. And with that, we'll take a look at your local weather forecast. Weather conditions should improve from the snow. Looking at Eugene, the temperature will remain in the 30s and 40s throughout the next few days. Today will be a high of 44 with a low of 33 and a chance of showers. On the coast, both today and tomorrow have a high of 47 and a low of 36 with some rain on the way. And for Portland residents, expect overcast skies today. You're looking at a high of 43 and a low of 32. That's all we have today. From all of us here at Oregon News, thanks for watching and have a great day, Eugene.